So hi everybody. I think I'm not sure how you're feeling today, but the way I'm feeling is really good. And oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff coming at us fast every second. So let's just take at least an initial second or two to get grounded right here before we do anything. So if you would please, would you kind of make yourselves comfortable in your chair, whatever you're sitting on, wiggle around a little bit and see if you can get yourself somewhat centered on your sit bones. And allow your back to be comfortably straight without being stiff. Some people call that an alert posture, right? You can do the same thing with your head. You can sway your neck back and forward and back, and kind of come to just a comfortable position of being in the center. And then on the next in breath, I'd like you, if you're comfortable noticing the breath, notice the sensation of the air entering your nostrils. So it's a physical thing I want you to notice. I'll say it again. Next in breath, breathe in, notice the sensation of the air entering your nostrils. And then during the out breath, don't worry about the breath. Just allow your attention to drop into your body. See if you can notice another physical sensation, the sensation of the support of the bottom of the chair beneath you. Okay, so that's been there all along. I just want you to pay attention to it. Okay, I'm going to try it again. Two parts. First part, breathe in. Notice the sensation. Notice the sensation of the air entering your nostrils. During the out breath, shift your attention and notice the sensation of the support of the chair. And if you would, shift your attention to the soles of your feet. If your legs are crossed, maybe put your feet on the ground for a moment. And even press your feet a little bit towards the ground so you can feel them. And see if you can do the same thing. And notice the sensation. So again, it's that physical sensation of the support of the floor beneath your feet. And then when you're ready, come back into the room. If your eyes were open, you could open them. And just a reminder, I know we've done these things before, but when you do that, noticing the sensation of the support of the chair or the floor, you're actually re-engaging your parasympathetic nervous system. What an idea. And the nice thing about the one with your feet, you can do that when you're standing up and walking around. So just while you're sitting, see if you can pretend that you're walking one foot at a time. And as you put each foot down, notice the sensation of the support of the floor beneath your foot. I have a good friend that many of you may know who's an oncologist and a palliative care doc up in Seattle. He does this whenever he's walking between patients' rooms because it grounds him, clears his mind. So this combination of the breath and the grounding can be really useful. So that was more of a review than anything. I had a couple of thoughts in addition for this morning. One of them is maybe the first thing that I heard when I got on a unit when I was first training here as a chaplain. There was another chaplain showing me around my clinical assignment for my first part of the time that I was here, which was 14 Moffitt, which was the same sort of service that it is now, and also LPPI. So when I was in 14 Moffitt, she said to me, there's something you really need to know. And I said, what? She said, you need to know where the good water is because you have to hydrate. And she actually walked me around and showed me, you can get into this room this way. You need your pass for that or whatever it was. She made sure I could get into the rooms where the water was so I could get fresh water. And she said, make sure you hydrate, not just once, but several times a day as you're going through your day. So I would share that with you. I don't know how many of us get too busy. We may get too busy to pee. Do we get too busy to hydrate? So I'd like you to spend some time considering as your resilience practice this week, do I need to pee? Go do it. Do I need to drink water? Please make sure you do. And by golly, if your nutrition is gone in the dumper and you need something, try to remember to stick something in your pocket in the morning if you can, or put it wherever you feel is safe, but something that will give you some nutrition that you can grab safely that will sustain you. And this is taking care of this body that walks us around all day long and does amazing things. If you're working from home, here's another tip. even if you're only working from home one day or if you're working from home several days. I find it's extremely easy without intending it to do everything back to back. I mean, it's very crazy. So sometimes you can't help that. You have to do things that are back to back. But if you can build time into your meetings or into your patient visits so that you have even 5 minutes between things, a chance to just do the grounding that we just did. Take a deep breath, drink some water. So I'm not asking you to turn the world into magic and make things different than they are, but I'd like you to pay attention to that. If that's something that feels like that would really serve for you. So we're almost out of the little bit of time we're spending on this morning. So I thought I would just toss you another one that is fun and it's a little bit different. Some of you have done this with me before, and it's setting an intention for the day, right? It's fun and it's really useful. So it works like this, and I'm going to ask you to do it right now. Would each of you please, for a moment, you could allow your eyes to close if that's comfortable for you, or your gaze to drop, and see if you can think of one word that represents qualities of care or compassion or wishing well for others, one word that you would like to remember during the day. It might be, I'll give you some examples. It could be something like patience. It could be love. It could be courage. It could be kindness. So I'll stop there. And I know there are a million words, but see if you can pick one for today. Just pick one. Okay. And then you could open your eyes now. I'd like you to remember that. And of course, you could change it, but if you've picked one, try it out for today. As you go through your day, if anything at all happens that makes you feel a little bit stressed, your first job is notice. Notice if you feel stressed. Isn't that cool? Like, we usually just don't pay attention to it. Notice. You don't need to do a lot, just notice it. And then see if you can recall, oh, yeah, kindness. And it may be during an interaction with a family member. It may be during an interaction with a colleague. It may be with one of your kids. It may just be what's happening on your desk right now. But just remember what your word is. You don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to say it. You don't have to tell anybody else what it is. Just remember it. And see if that shifts a little bit how you're meeting whatever it is that's coming in the door at you at this moment. So it's just a chance to recall what are my highest values, or what is my intention for today? And can I remember it? And then go ahead through your rest of your day. Then if you get stressed again, do it again. Then at the end of your day, this is such a neat practice. Just for a few minutes, allow yourselves to remember, what was my word today? So let's pretend my word is patience. Always a hard one. They say sometimes that's one of the harder ones. So my word is patience. Did I get a chance to practice it today? Did anything come up when I might have remembered it? And if I did, and if I remembered, then notice how that was. Or if I can think of a time, but I forgot all about it, then say, oh, cool, I forgot all about it, but I could have done it then. Maybe tomorrow I will. And then try it again the next day and see how that is. So that's your intention setting. It's sort of a frame for how you want to meet the day. So I wish you well with that. We can talk more about it another time. Thanks for your time now.